You get an email and it looks urgent. Your account's been locked.
I have now live from Washington, United States Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, good morning.
Good morning to you, and what a pleasure to join you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And I know that things are so busy there. I just want to get right to it. And, Senator, I want to begin with the United States bombing of the Iran nuclear facilities. I know you had a confidential briefing with security officials yesterday. What can you tell us at this point?
Yes, indeed. We had a top secret level briefing. What I can tell you is that the bombing was a success. Iran's nuclear program has been obliterated. We'll find out more in the coming weeks as we get more detail on extent of damages, but it has been obliterated. We know that the B-2s came out of Whiteman Base. They made it all the way there. They carried it out. They returned home after dropping 14 bunker buster bombs, and it was a successful mission. There was no loss of life. There was no loss of aircraft, and Iran didn't know that we had been in there until we left.
We're joined live from Washington, Senator Marsha Blackburn, on quite a time here. Senator, there's been a lot made of the where is the enriched uranium, and I know the president said yesterday there would have been no way it could have been moved from a logistical standpoint. What do you make of that, Senator?
And I know that there will be more detail that will come out around the location of the uranium and the amount of enrichment.
All right. I know that at this very moment, you and your Senate colleagues are very into this so-called big, beautiful bill, the federal spending bill. I think there's developments, it seems like minute by minute. What's the very latest, Senator?
And the latest on it is we want to get the big, beautiful bill signed, sealed, delivered into the president's desk by July 4th. It will be the largest tax cut in U.S. history. It will be about $2,600 a year in tax savings for the average Tennessee family. And you will see wage increases because of passing this bill. We also know that included in this bill is no tax on tips, overtime, and my legislation of removing income tax off Social Security for our nation's seniors. Also, we will restore R&D expensing, bonus depreciation, and interest expensing for millions of our small businesses. Also, I've got a provision in there that is a tax credit for employers that provide child care for their employees. And we're thrilled to get that provision in the bill. That will be a tremendous savings for so many people. And we also have been able to get my DNA testing, which is something we were trying to do at our ports of entry and at the border in order to end some of the human trafficking that has taken place with these children that have been trafficked into the country. You know, Steve, they still can't find over 300,000 of these children. So all of that is included in the bill, the largest tax cut in U.S. history, and my provision of no tax on Social Security.
We just have a few minutes left, but final question on the bill. Are you confident, and I know the votes are going to start reportedly tomorrow, do you think that the president will have the bill to sign July 4th, despite some of your Republican colleagues who are still some holdouts there?
Everybody, I think we've got two people that aren't wanting to get to a yes, but everybody else would like to get to a yes.
Okay.
So I think we'll be fine.
We've got a couple of minutes here. I do want to talk about, here recently, Senator, you were part of a very interesting ride along with ICE. I believe they're in Nashville. Tell me about that.
Yes, indeed. Our ICE agents have been facing a 500% increase in assaults on them. And, of course, the Nashville mayor in his office had gone about doxing and revealing the names and the work of ICE agents. And I went down, met with the team, and then did a ride-along with them to see how they surveil and what they go through on a daily basis. They are working hard to apprehend these criminal illegal aliens, people that are MS-13 and Tren de Aragua, they're gang members, they're drug dealers, they're sex traffickers. And I don't know anybody that wants a gang member or a drug dealer moving into their apartment complex or their neighborhood. And so the work these people are doing is making our communities safer. And these blue city mayors like Nashville or LA or New York, what they've done is to make their citizens less safe by allowing these individuals in the community. And ICE has apprehended 554 of these criminal illegal aliens in Nashville and surrounding Nashville, and since this operation started in May. That shows you how many illegal aliens with criminal records and orders of deportation or convictions or charges against them are in our communities. So I commend our ICE agents. It was good to get a first-hand look. I was grateful to have the opportunity to see how they carry out their job. I've filed a couple of bills working with the White House. The Remove Act would expedite removal of these criminal illegal aliens and move the time allowed from 90 days up to 15 days to get them through the process and out of the country. The other is the Protecting Law Enforcement Officers from Doxxing Act, which would put our law enforcement on the list of protected persons as they are doing their job. After this happened in Nashville with the doxing, we realized law enforcement was not on the protected persons list unless they were working undercover. So we are closing that loophole and providing protection for law enforcement as they carry out their work to make our communities more safe.
Senator Marsha Blackburn, quick final note here. A great Tennessean, a great American, a great worldwide citizen, Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx. I know you did a beautiful speech in the United States Senate about him. He passed away. We lost a great one, didn't we?
We did indeed, and I had authored a Senate resolution which has passed, which honors the life of Fred Smith. We are having that engrossed as I speak, and it is being prepared for presentation to the family. And as I was on the floor, I gave a speech commemorating and honoring his life and his legacy.
Yeah. Senator Blackburn, I know you got to go. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you again. All right, live from Washington, Senator Marsha Blackburn, and Fred Smith, just one of the great, Bridget, one of the great Tennesseans, the founder of FedEx, and we lost him at the age of 80 earlier this week.
Wow.
Sadly, his son is not a better football coach. He was the former coach of the Atlanta Falcons. But I'd like to go to the funeral and talk about that, but apparently I was banned.
Yes.
Anyway, Senator Blackburn, so this week we've heard at a very critical time, very seriously here. We heard from Senator Bill Hagerty earlier this week, and now